Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if Christopher Nolan started branching out and making family dramas? Well, let's talk The Father. A man refuses all assistance from his daughter as he progresses through old age. As he tries to make sense of his changing circumstances, he begins to doubt his loved ones, his own mind, and even the fabric of his reality. I'm inherently drawn to movies like this, movies that kind of structure themselves like puzzles. You usually see movies do this whenever it's doing like a thriller or it's trying to set you up for a twist ending, things like Interstellar or Jacob's Ladder. This one applies that puzzle-like logic, but to mental health, specifically someone who's suffering from dementia. It's very disorienting. You think you're on good footing throughout a scene, there's a conversation that's going on, and then it wrong foots you. The actor changes, the location subtly changes. This is a movie that's really just trying to put you in the shoes of someone who goes through this, and the frustration and the fear. The movie really turns into a horror movie halfway through. This is definitely the most innovative movie of last year, and if you want to check out my list of 5 best movies of last year, you can see that here. And the reason this one made it there for me is that the innovation in how it tells its story. How can we make the audience experience what this character is experiencing? And the way that they do that takes a story that would normally be more just plainly sentimental. Because of how innovatively it structures itself, it becomes much harder to categorize what this movie is, which makes it so much more interesting. If you're going to watch it, pay attention to how much small things in the room change, which is something that actually happens in The Shining a lot too. It's interesting how that strategy is something that's done here too, and also how this movie kind of feels like a horror movie. On the other side of it, the movie does break its own rules a few times. Throughout the movie, we're seeing things through Anthony Hopkins' character's perspective. There are a few scenes wherever it leaves characters alone in rooms to have conversation that aren't Anthony Hopkins, so how is that happening? I'm sure someone has an explanation for it, but in the way that it was executed in the movie, it took me out of it a bit there. Seeing conversations with characters when Anthony Hopkins isn't even around throws a wrench in the flow of a movie that really, really requires you to latch on to everything that's happening because it's moving around so much. So, and then the ending, I'm not going to say what the ending is. With the movie not really having much of a plot, there's not really a goal, there's more just kind of like, the whole thing is an experience, it's Anthony Hopkins' experience. So the ending feels fine, but half of it feels like someone pulling off an incredible circus trick but not knowing how to stick the landing. Like, you might make it to the ground and you might be perfectly fine, but it feels like it wasn't up to the task. The ending feels kind of like boop, we're done. That being said, the movie is well worth your time. Also, check out More, because this movie feels like it follows on the foothills of this. It even borrows the dream sequence from that movie. That's a great movie, and this feels very much kind of like an Inception meets a More type of story. It's a really good movie. You really should watch it. It is one of the best of the last year. So thank you very much for watching. This has been 5 Minute Critic. Be sure to subscribe for updates on reviews and movie news.